I've got this lovely Connect Custom motorsporting for a few days to give it a good clean up, and we'll have a look what the paintwork's like after it's clean and just give it an assessment. But as you can see, it's a work vehicle, it is used. Looks like we've had a bit of acid on the paintwork, so there won't be any protection on the car, but it's a lovely colour. Like I say, it's in for 3 days, and it's really just it's having no machine polishing at this visit, but we'll have a look what it's like when we've cleaned it. But they're great looking vehicles, don't even look like a van. Right, I'll show you more as we go along. Just been going around the car rinsing the top layer of dirt off with the jet washer, and now I'm just going to attend to some of these bits that are in there, and to do that I'm going to use the Tornador, which you've probably seen me use a couple of times lately. So front door jams. I'm going to get a detailing brush in there now and just agitate some of the fluid. This is difficult to do and hold the camera as well, but just give you some idea. Get in and make sure it's clean, all the rubbers, and in this area under the door, and then I'll give it another blow over with the Tornador, and then get the jet washer in and wash it out without soaking the interior, of course. That's all the rubbers clean. Give it another blast out with the Tornador now. Now I'm going to turn it purely onto the air. And that's ready for rinsing. And I'll blow it out again just with air, And that's that door shut done, and the rest of it I'll do with a brush and a cloth. So there we go. See you later. As sure as God made little apples, as soon as I start cleaning the car and washing it, the heavens open up. But I've done the wheels and the door shuts, and I've given it its first coat of snow foam. I've added some metal fallout remover in with it, and I'm just going to let it dwell for 5 or 10 minutes so that the decontaminant can do its job, and then it'll be rinsed off and then snow foamed again and then rinsed off, and then we'll wash the vehicle, and hopefully then once it's clean we'll be able to see what we're left with. I'm going to do the interior as well, so we won't forget that, but just thought I'd make a start. It wasn't really going to be started till tomorrow, but it wasn't raining when I started, so here we have it. Right, I'll see you shortly. Do you think somebody up there knows that I'm cleaning a car? We've got hail. Can't get your breath. This has slowed down a bit. It took me a couple of minutes to think about getting it off. Here we go. Here we go. Well, that's rinsing the snow foam off a treat. Look, hail. Covering the car in hail. Can you believe it? Marvellous. Hiya. It's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and as you can see, after multiple snow foams, decontamination and 2 washes, we've now got to a point where the paint's clean. I've made sure that everything, the door shuts, the doors themselves, all the bottoms of the doors, the area you see me dealing with earlier, that's all looking good. We've done inside these doors. It was really dirty and it's hard to get to them, you know, for a normal wash. So they've all been done. All the insides of the rear doors, they've all been done, and the guttering. All the rubbers have been cleaned out, and so on and so on and so on. So now the car's clean, I can start looking around it at the damage. Now this car's not in for polishing, it's just going to have a coat of sealant for now, but I wanted to assess it for the damage. The bumper is obviously, it's a works vehicle and they do get traffic, and so they do get damaged, but there are some heavier scratches about that we could probably do something with. That one on the door, can't do nothing with. This one I might be able to knock down a bit. Also, I notice around the rear wheel arch there's a few scuffs and scratches, but again, probably make them look invisible. It's just general wear and tear. It's not a bad vehicle for you know, the use it gets, but there are some marks that could do with sorting out. There's multiple scratches around there, and so on around the vehicle. Firstly, before I go any further with the paint work, I'm going to start cleaning the interior, and you know, I'll still get an hour in today. This wasn't booked until tomorrow really, but I just thought it'd make a change from the R8 for a day. And it's a really nice vehicle, and it's not really going to be hard to clean it. It's going to be harder for me to make it look like it's been cleaned, to be fair. The bulkhead's just dusty and wants wiping over. I'll use some quick detailer on that or something to clean it up. The flocking, that's another story. Basically, you mark flocking really easy. You can see where things have caught the flock, and it does mark it, and it don't last very well. So I'm going to do my best with it, and then I'll clean the floor. But it's a nice van. You know, it's you can't really call it a van because it looks like a bloody sports car really. Nice wheels, lovely front end. It is a good looking vehicle. So anyway, I'm going to make a start on the interior, and once the interior's done, I'll concentrate on I might, if I've got time, try and remove some of the scratches for them. It's not in for that, but I'm going to try. And then I'm going to put a nice coat of sealant or something like that, light ceramic or something, just so it gives a bit of durability for a while. And hopefully I might get to polish it one day, because it come up lovely, this would. You know, it looks nice now. Right, I'll see you on the next one. Hello, just started on the inside of the van, and most of this has been flocked, and although it's already got marks in, I don't want to add to them marks by really rubbing the vacuum cleaner over it. Although the ends of our vacuums, they're all flatted with flatting paper, so they're perfectly smooth wherever they go, so that they don't mark anything. Obviously we use these for interiors, cleaning out the leather seats and whatnot. So the first thing we do when we get a new vacuum or a new end is we flat these so they're perfectly smooth. So I don't expect that it would cause any damage, but I don't want to take the chance. So because the flock really damages really easy, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a soft brush and turn the vac on and flick the bits out the flocking into the vacuum cleaner, and really that's all I'm going to do. Is I'm not going to drag the vacuum over it. You might see me putting it close, but I won't actually be rubbing the vacuum onto the flock. So I'm going to turn the vacuum on, so you won't be able to hear me then. So I thought I'd explain it first. Well, here we go. Well, that looks a lot better, but I've got to do the rest of the car now. That's all flocked, and that's on both sides of the car. So wish me luck, and let's see how nice we can get it. I'll see you later. These tiles in the back of this vehicle, they've got a grain in them, and the dirt embeds itself in the grain. So I've had the tornado out, which it spins the air like a tornado and pulls all the dirt out, and I'll just show you the difference. I'll clean this section that you can see. I just mop up the area I've just cleaned, and dry it off. I'll bring the camera in and give it a bird's eye view so that you can actually see what the difference is. When I unstick myself. I'm just going to turn the camera around. I'll be back in a second. This is the side that I haven't cleaned yet. As you can see, there's some, mud and dirt ingrained in the joints. And then the part that you've just seen cleaned, and that's got no product on whatsoever, just a cleaning product that's in the tornado, a sanitizer and cleaner, and you can clearly see the difference. So I'm just going to do this side now, getting all these nooks and crannies as well, and I'll show you the finished item. Just a quick look to see that we've made a little bit of difference. We haven't got the big scratches out, but if we go across the bumper, I've done to the middle here, and then this is the part I haven't done yet. As you can see, made a bit of difference over this side, so your eyes don't naturally go to it anymore. I'm going to try and get a bit more of this out, but it really wants either sanding or painting. I mean, there's that many chips and that in it. It'd probably be best to have a repaint, but I'm going to just tidy it up a bit more, and then I'll move on to what some of the other scratches that I've seen. Right, I'll be back with you soon. There's quite a bad mark on the back door here, so I'm just going to run the polisher over that, see if I can make it look a little bit more invisible. I'm going to be coating this car later, so I want to do it now before I do any coating. I'd try and show the difference between the clean leather that I've just cleaned and the pre-cleaned leather. You can see that's very shiny and a bit dirty. I've done the other side. They're looking good. And I'm about to do this seat base, and I just thought I'd show the difference. And there you have it. The van itself is looking sharp now. Quite pleased with how it looks. It's been unpolished, and I've coated it with tax systems, and it's called shiny wax. The bumper looks a damn sight better from a few feet than it did. I've also made that scratch a bit invisible. So it's all coming together now. Good morning. Just doing the finishing touches now on this motorsport van that I'm working on. And as you can see, there's a little bit of grime. I mean, this car has been well looked after, you could tell. But the limited edition there got a bit of grime in, and obviously the carpet and the leather. What I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this all up, including the leather, using a very weak solution of cleaner. And once I've dried it off, I've got a couple of clean but used microfibers that I'm going to make sure, but to be fair, this doesn't get it that wet. So I'm going to try and drive all the rubbish out of it. I don't want it in the stitching and stuff, so let's go. So I'm going to turn the solution off now. Now this actually, because it creates a tornado, it actually moves all the piles. It removes the dirt. Right, let's give this a wipe off. As you can see, using the air, it's nearly dried it anyway. Right, as you can see now, that apart from a little bit of damp, that's nice and dry. I'll now get some of the leather balm. and I'm using leather genie. A little bit more. A little goes a long way. Just make sure it's massaged in. Now I'll give that a light buff. You can see now it's all nice, refreshed and protected. It'll be, give it some waterproof coating, that barn will, and should help remove the dirt in the future. So that's one done. Just going to do the other one now. Vacuum the front of the car and we'll be finished. I'll see you soon. Just a quick 50-50 comparison. Just a quick walk around of this Motorsport custom van. Trying to beat the rain in between showers. It's come up really nice. Show you inside. Well, I've finished cleaning inside the rear of the van. I've still got the cockpit to do, but I thought it'd be rude of me if I didn't try and get some of these bad, or the not so bad scratches out of the bumper. The deeper ones I won't be able to save, but I'm sure I can get some of these out, just make it look that little bit better. I'm not going to spend hours on it, but you know, I'm going to try tidy it up a little bit, because it's the only part really that really stands out, you know, against the rest of a not so bad van. So I'll be with you in a second. Teddy.
Oh, Michael. Well, that's improved it a lot, hasn't it? That's